you're seeing an application come in from an engineering prospective engineering intern, do you expect to see anything from high school on their resume?
If it's relevant, if they were maybe in the Boy Scouts or some Explorer programs, if they were in something like that, or the first program for robotics, there are a
Yeah.
lot of kids that love that. What that tells us is that you didn't make this up in junior year of college when you had to declare a major. You actually wanted to do this and you went to college for that. And, I'll ask them, do you think that your college experience was worthwhile? Did you learn what you thought? Is it the field that you think you still want to be in today after having gone through it? You listen for that passion and they say, I was in that first program as a seventh grader, an eighth grader, and, I was the kind of kid growing up that I had all the scientific toys. Uh, these are the things that really tell you about somebody's true interest. Because in any job, there are going to be good and bad days. You got to survive the bad days. You got to be able to say, well, I know tomorrow's going to be better and I'm going to work on this, that, and the other thing. And, I love this so much that I'm willing to sacrifice a day or two where things didn't go well because I know tomorrow's going to be a better day.
It's interesting because a lot of one of the most difficult points of feedback that I got whenever I was, um, first coming out of high school, early college student is like, oh, kill all that stuff from your resume. But obviously, if it makes sense, if you did like the car race, the matchbook car races, or you're part of your high school's amateur rocketry program, obviously that's the kind of stuff that's interesting. Maybe not as interested in that you ran cross country. I mean, that does tell us something about you, but definitely the stuff that ties to the passion. I do appreciate that you still want to see that on a resume,
And,
which is
and
good.
don't go overboard with it. It doesn't need a
Yeah.
paragraph. Just a listing would be enough.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be the focus of your resume at that point, for sure.
And it should be
So,
down near the bottom. Remember
yeah,
that first 5 to 7 seconds of attention. Don't load that stuff up near the top because now you're saying, I don't have much to offer. So this is what I've got and I got to put it up top. It's
yeah,
like, okay, this is another nice thing. That's kind of the way we see it. It's another nice thing. It shows that there was interest early on and, that you have that sort of a mind. Maybe you're not the person that writes poetry, but you're the person that invents things. That's kind of the message it sends. And just that making a note of it that, in 1999, you were in the first program. That's probably all because we know what that is and we know what it
yeah,
means.
yeah.
That's
Thank you so much for watching this segment of the Engineering Success Podcast. If you liked it, make sure to check out the other videos down below that are recommended to you. And if you really like the podcast, make sure to subscribe right down there in the middle. Really appreciate it. It's free to you and helps us a lot out. And last but not least, the best way to help the show grow is to comment down below. So leave your comment if you have any thoughts about this segment. Thanks.
I ain't chasing payments, still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.